I have a special moment to share with you actually today now. I'll just wait when you're taking your seats, please. We had Gemma up at the beginning of the afternoon actually speaking about this wonderful charity and all the work that it does. And actually, as we all know, with conditions in life and certain aspects of our life, it's dealing with situations. It's not you as an individual always that we talk about dealing with, but it's the people in and around us who also seek support and need a little bit of help and need to reach out. Before I introduce a wonderful young lady, I'd like you to just watch this video, please.
When I was 13 months old, I was diagnosed with a rare childhood cancer on my bladder called rhabdomyosarcoma. I had chemotherapy, radiotherapy, multiple surgeries, and all of them kept me alive, but also has given me lifelong night effects. So that gave me kidney failure, ovarian failure, and heart failure. And I now am on dialysis. I go to the hospital 3 times a week for my blood to be cleaned, but that original diagnosis is just one of 5, so I've actually had 5 cancers. I've had nearly the whole third of the side of my tongue removed, replaced with an artificial graft, and I've worked really hard with speech therapy to be able to get back to this point now.
But life's challenges didn't deter her from making her own milestones. Wanting to say thank you to all the charities that helped her, she began fundraising, planning and organising whilst having treatment 2 huge charity galas featuring West End and industry professionals as well as local talent, raising a staggering £40,000.
I want to keep raising awareness and fundraising for the charities because they do amazing work for children and young people, and it really brings back light and joy into their lives.
Gentlemen, I'd like to introduce an incredible young lady, Kimberley Hattonley-Barker, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello everyone. Firstly, I'd like to thank the team at Macmillan for inviting me to speak here today and for the opportunity to attend this wonderful event. As you just heard from my intro video, my life and health experiences have been quite challenging and extensive, and I'd just like to share with you how accessing Macmillan services has supported me personally, and how that support has helped me to feel more resilient, focused and capable during a really difficult time. 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with my first of 3 tongue cancers as a naive and vulnerable 18-year-old. At this point, I was introduced to my Macmillan Head and Neck Clinical Nurse Specialist, Lisa Ross, who sat over here today and joined me. Over the past 10 years, Lisa has supported me through each diagnosis and everything in between. She's been a constant pillar that has helped keep the weight of my challenges as bearable as possible by not only helping me to understand what I was going through, but also she advocates for my holistic well-being and approach to my care. I would always have so many questions to ask, and one of my coping mechanisms is being able to take control in whatever way I can. I find being educated and understanding what's happening and why or what to expect is what helps me to deal with the challenges. Lisa was always there to give me as much information as I needed to know, but most importantly, she understood that sometimes I just needed that professional person to talk to who would simply listen and make me feel heard even without saying anything. This for me validates everything I was feeling and ultimately allowed me to process my journey and navigate how I was going to continue to cope through what I was facing. The reality of living with multiple complex health issues is that typically you can feel just like another number and get treated with standard practice routes. Lisa was and still is a key part of a team that understands the best way to treat me. She has advocated and voiced what would enable me best to recover and get back to doing what I love. Her drive, support and genuine care for me helped me realise the importance of that and how a Macmillan professional is essential to recovery, not just in a clinical setting but across your whole lifestyle. This support didn't just enable me to cope, but it led me to being treated and empowered in a way that promoted my recovery both mentally and physically. Once I recovered, I had the space to process further and reflect on what I'd been through and understand from a patient's perspective how vital positive key support can be and the impact it has. That's why I'm so passionate about patient advocacy and using my voice to encourage other patients to always seek the same level of patient-centred approach care. Standing here today and speaking to you feels like such an achievement, something I once wasn't sure that I'd be able to do again. After my first and third tongue cancer, finding confidence in my voice to speak was a gradual process, one that took patience, determination and a lot of work and encouragement from the support of Macmillan and my speech and language therapist Rebecca, who's also joining me today. Being able to talk on this stage feels like a bit of a full circle moment after I told her early after my surgery about my goal of being able and wanting to do a speech at my fundraising gala. From that moment, I have thanks to Rebecca for guiding me along the way, educating me with the tools I needed and validating the loss, yet accepting the new adaptations and recovery I was working through. Her support has helped me turn effort into confidence and words back into something I can share. Lisa and Rebecca are just two examples of how Macmillan support patients who have had a cancer diagnosis. There are so many amazing individuals whose roles enable people like me to access the support when they need it most. I'd like to now introduce a new short film that will share with you more amazing people who will voice and explain about who they are, what they do, and why they're proud to work for Macmillan. These are real-life individuals who truly make such a difference and impact people's lives in big and little ways all over Yorkshire.
I think my role, and I'd say honestly, Macmillan professionals more generally are so vital because this kind of support isn't always the support that's able to be funded from NHS coffers or from existing services. So being able to work in partnership with Macmillan, being able to have access to this fantastic array of information and support services makes a huge difference because without it, people may not be able to access the level of support that we're able to provide them with now.
I think the challenges that prevent us from achieving success are time restraints. I think in an ideal world, we would love to see all palliative patients, but unfortunately we aren't able to. We just see those that have got specialist palliative care needs. In the future, I think it would be really great if we could see more palliative patients.
I think the biggest challenges in our role is always time, money and staff, and that's something that Macmillan help fill those gaps massively. The funding that Macmillan provide is a lifeline really for lots of cancer services. We are about supporting patients to live well as long as they can, making those final moments the most important.
I think the challenges we face are that how do people trust us? And they do that because of the Macmillan name. I dare not think what would happen if people did not support us, because you guys are the lifeline. Working as a Macmillan professional means the world to me. It gives me an opportunity to bring positive change into people's lives.
Working as a Macmillan professional means that I can support people during the hardest time of their life. Macmillan is a safety net, it provides the service that they need. What you do matters more than you probably realise. Your support isn't just funding services, it's helping people feel less alone at some of the hardest moments of their life. That kind of impact stays with people forever.
I want to support people through their own individual cancer journeys. You've heard from me about my story, the impact that Macmillan support has had through it, and also the other friendly faces that help bring that kind of support to life every day for people who need it most. But finally, I'd like to mention and remind everyone in this room ultimately why we're here, which is to make sure this kind of support is available and accessible to every patient that needs it. These Macmillan professionals need your support. Without it, services, nurses and other Macmillan professionals may not have the capacity to support every individual as much as they can. Your donations or pledges today will help Macmillan to do whatever it takes to provide these key services and ongoing support and care to be delivered to people across Yorkshire every single day. You'll find on your tables, you will see there are pledge cards and there are also QR codes and tablets. Please take a moment to consider how you can be part of growing our Macmillan professionals and services across Yorkshire. So, for the final time, I want to say thank you to all of you and the amazing ladies, including my mum, on that table that have enabled me to be standing here and thriving the way I am today. Please support in whatever capacity you can, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day at the races and this fantastic fundraising event.
Wow. So, hang on. To share this moment. Wow. Come on, Mum. How well did she do, Mum?
Amazing, yeah.
Unbelievable. Can I just point something out, young lady? I'm supposed to be the star today, not you. You really stole the show. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what this wonderful show is about. Amazing again, once again, Kimberley, little superstar, and the people who all Thank you.